Hello, I am back once again, and today's Wednesday, so it's gonna be Derail Valley because trains. We will at some point return back to Factorio, but for now, Derail Valley. And yeah, shall we jump right into it? Because I have things to talk about, but I will talk about them while this is going. Hopefully it will recognize it. Did I have it set to... Yes, I'm a game capture correctly. Because I started a job this week. So I've been working for 3 days now.
Hello.
Hello. And I have to say, traffic sucks.
Yes.
Especially people that decide to brake at a green light. Also, today it was kind of bad weather. I know if you got very wet, but
Nah.
you got soaked. Ha! If
I just put my earbuds from my bag and they are still wet.
if only you had a vehicle that can be used to transport yourself.
Tomorrow I do, and I will use it because tomorrow is Silk Song Day.
So you can be dry. Because
Oh, I didn't necessarily mind the rain. I minded the wind.
oh yeah, you won't be suffering from that as much with the stuff as well. If you have a car, which
If it's
for
strong
reviews by
enough,
the way,
then yeah, you do.
I have bought a car. I have bought the Twingo I was going to look at Saturday. Although sadly, it suffered from a slipping clutch, so the garage offered that did cost me 100 extra, but they are replacing the clutch for me.
So
So let's hope they actually did that, and not just give me the car, save the extra $100.
so it's actually it. I've got shit to show you.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult for me to see considering I'm alive.
Yeah, no, not right now. But oh boy, have I got shit to show you.
But funny thing is, right, today it was raining heavily at some point in
Yes.
time. Like, I don't know, Jim, how late you leave at work?
Or
Same. And let me tell you, at some point, the wipers were pretty much at full speed. So yeah. I think I'm gonna take this one. Wait, do we even have long 2? And do we have the money to buy long 2?
but
What? Hold on, there's a shop that...
it was kind of a quiet day for me, so I just, you know, did my job. I put some YouTube in the background. So I put some Muujin in the background. Um,
I can take this job and I have to leave.
so
So.
I had to hold in my laughter
Nice.
because holy shit, people are dumb.
Oh yeah, they are.
And I can't describe to you. I I need to show you this at some point, because this, I cannot describe the knowledge I have attained.
Nice. Also, I figured out that if you're driving through heavy rain and a semi-truck comes by, that you better prepare your ass for no visibility.
Yep.
Like, I had my wiper set to go very lightly. And, well, it wasn't really enough. Like, 1 second I had vision, the next second, gone. Like, I couldn't even see the lights of the car ahead of me. That's how little vision I actually had. So after dealing with that for a bit, and the traffic that comes with it, because guess what? If it's wet, people tend to drive a bit stupid. Because it's wet. And what if I crash? You know, I get it, it's a real concern people can have. But on the other hand, I'm like, why worry about that much? You're in a multi-ton or around a ton vehicle, which is heavy enough to just protect you. Like, yes, it would cost money if you crash, but you are alive, and I feel like that's a little bit more valuable than a car. You know, living. Yeah. And working with blueprints kind of gets a little bit annoying. Like, you don't want to know how many valves and rooms and sensors are in a building. Especially in fancy office buildings. Like, basically every room has its own variable valve, multi-sensors to detect people, CO2, other stuff. And don't forget, you also have a thermostat in every room, so you can, you know, keep it nice. Those 4 things, is it 4 things? Yeah, the room designation as well, has to basically be in every single room. In a place with, well, the building is kind of split in 2, so one has just over 60, and one is just over 100. So 160 rooms, all requiring their own designation and everything. Like, that's kind of bad. So I'm going to be doing this a lot. I'm going to be stopping and starting this train a lot because it sucks fuel. And being able to just do this is a lot nicer than having to spend a lot of money. It does mean that my costs will be higher. Or my time will be higher, I mean. My costs will be lower. I have to spend less money on maintenance if you use it less. I'm also still looking for a name for the car, because I am wanting to name it. Because who doesn't want to give their car a name? It sounds funny. Actually, am I going to make it up that part? Or am I going to stall out before I'm even past the thing? Also, I might stall right before I can make it past the switch.
Oh my god.
Almost stopped. With this elevation, I should just grind to a halt right now. Come on, roll backwards. Or is there still some brake applied? No. Hehe. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm probably gonna have to pick up my car on Saturday, considering I kind of hinted at that. Like when we were there. And I got a loaner. Because I indicated I need it for work, and I start Monday. Gonna have to pick, if I have to pick it up on Saturday, it's gonna be messy. I don't really want that. And then they gave me a loaner, which is a 2010 Ford KA, which kind of sucks. But it is starting to grow on me because, Jim, you know how when you drive with your mom's car, you have to basically rev till 3,000 RPM to even leave? I started today not really going above 1,000 while staying around that.
Okay.
Because guess what, if you actually start driving daily, you're starting to learn more about driving. Like, you know, holding your clutch at a biting point before you let go of the brake at a red light. Instead of just YOLOing it the entire way. And having to rev to like 2,000 to 3,000 just to leave. So with driving going better, I also get somewhat annoyed at people that just can't drive. Like when I see people braking at a green light, I am actually thinking like, did you give the person taking your exam a blowjob to get that driver's license, or? Because it's pretty much the only reason I can think of for you getting your license at that point. Yeah, that's just what people, Also, I do often still have people that just instinctively almost just shove their car in between. Like, they just do not care. That was a heavy hit. Yeah, that wasn't fast, right? It was like 5 kilometers per hour, yeah. Didn't damage anything though, so guess we're letting go of that handbrake. that is filling. We're gonna prepare that. Like, I just don't know why the energy economy of the DE2 is quite good. But the DH4 is just really bad on maintenance. It's like doesn't have a lot of collision toughness. I don't know what I'm hearing. Oh, it's animals. Well, let me start the job. Nope, pick it up. 82 minutes to basically do a pretty cross-country run, like all the way down here. Yeah, the company I do work for is incredibly nice. Like, the receptionist already knows you by name. Like, they already know your name when you walk in the door. So you get properly greeted. And they actually sent out an email when the day I started, saying we have some new people, including a couple of interns. That are of course there starting.
I may have just blacked out for like 10 minutes.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, like actually blacked out, or?
I don't know. I didn't really register what you said. I was just staring at my YouTube video, and nothing happened in my brain. That's what happened.
Was the YouTube video playing at least?
Yes.
So this is a total way. Like, if you were starting a paused YouTube video for 10 minutes, I would be slightly concerned.
No, I'm not that far gone.
Yet. Also, we did get a goodie bag at the start. With.
I'm gonna attempt to continue writing my script for that D&D video.
So we got paper, of course, like a note block. A pen, a kind of crappy pen. A jar of honey. I don't know why. Some mints, which I have right next to me. And a bottle. And actually a piece of paper with seeds in it that you can just shove into the ground. Wait, I have a dispatch license, right? Yes, I do. So this one is when I set to that. That means we're going down here. This one wants to go. No, let's go there. This one is going the right way. This one is not going the right way. So no, it doesn't even matter. We have to go to the city west anyway. Why is my speed dropping this much? I'm not too heavy, right? G3 inbound.
When did we have session 2 of that?
You just have to look on my YouTube.
I have the...
I still have to upload Friday's VOD, which is kind of a bad stream because right before I went to stream, my dad called me. And that just takes a lot of energy out of you.
That's a problem.
What?
My media player broke.
Your media player broke? How?
If I open it, I can't interact with it. It will play the video. But it's really loud and I can't pause it. I can't change the audio and I can't even click it off. I have to like click it off in my taskbar.
That's a bit weird.
Whatever.
We are not overheating yet. As long as it's in the yellow, I'm fine. This is a slug up this hill. Like, this isn't good for the fuel as well. Like, we are almost a quarter of the way down our tank. And we've only done to, like, here. There's still this distance to go. That's how inefficient the DH4 actually is. So I'd rather not use it. I guess it's time to look for a DM3, which has a really good maintenance score. Just a very bad ease of operation. But it shouldn't be too difficult to use, it's just a gear shift. Or I save up for the D6, which would be the best. It's bad at shunting, bad on economy, but it can hold the world. Yeah, I can't wait to drive the Twingo actually. Like, what would be a good name for a blue 2007 Renault Twingo? If you have a name, just drop them in chat or somewhere and I'll think about it.
Name for what?
A car. No, I'm not calling... It's not an Austin 7. Like, if it actually was an Austin 7, which is what Burn is based on, then I would call it that. Like, then I have to have actual motive to do that, but I don't. Also, why are we so over... We're almost... Jesus, this thing is not efficient in fuel at all. How much money am I making off of this? If I do it within the time limit, which I'll definitely do, 34 basically, 34 and a half. I'm probably gonna spend half of that on bloody maintenance. Why is it suddenly pulling so hard? Like, why are we slowing down? I cannot handle a much higher dip in speed. Do I deploy the sander a little bit? No, because I'm not wheel slipping yet. Now I use some sand. Alright, that's alleviating some pressure off of the overheating engine, but it is slowing us down drastically, so... Do want to apply the throttle again. 9 and 3. We're going to do the 3 bit, but I don't really care about it that much because I'm barely doing 15. I'm barely doing 15, yeah. Hopefully, now that we are... Yeah, we use... It's flat. means I can sort of slow it down. Like, I know this bit is a downhill. That bit is a downhill as well. The less RPM I run, the less fuel I use. Right, no more using fuel if I don't have to. Let's use gravity for this. And also, this may sound weird, but I already have a list of parts I'm going to buy for the car once I have it. And it's a simple list of things. It's a set of new carpets for inside, a new rubber for my clutch and brake pedal. I'm not sure about those two. If they're not worn out enough, then I'll continue driving with the ones that are currently on there. A fire extinguisher, which everybody should have in their car. They're like $20. They are not expensive. Just shove them in your car. Done. Like, in case you either have a problem with your car being on fire, or you have somebody else's car being on fire and you just happen to be nearby, you have a fire extinguisher ready. And you may even prevent fatalities, which people will like. And it prevents a bunch of trauma for yourself as well. And a filter set, because yeah, I'm still gonna ask, like, when was the oil loss when were all the fluids and filters changed last? And if they say at the last yearly inspection, then I know I don't have to do it for a while. Because the last yearly inspection was the 20th of August. And also, I'm not sure about leasing a car, like getting a company car. Because I found out that if you get a company car and you don't want to pay extra for it, then you have to drive. You have to do less than 500 private kilometers. Like, I do around 300 kilometers a week. That is for business, but unless you want to go on vacation and when you go by car, well, too bad, you can only go 250 kilometers to your place, and even then, you can't even move because, oh well, you already passed. You're done 250, you still threw the 250 back. Or else you have to pay more. Also, the car it's $1,500. Even if I want to get insurance, they're recommending the cheapest. Because of course, no insurance company, nobody in their right mind is going to think, huh, well, why would this person that bought a 18-year-old car at 20 years old want to have basically all risk insurance on their car? I don't need it. Like, what are they gonna do? Pay me the $1,500 that I've bought it for, and that's it? Like, the car is basically worthless already. Weirdly enough, one of my mom's friends will buy it from me if I ever decide to sell it. If it's in decent condition still. Yeah, I don't see any demonstrators, sadly. Well, I think it's legit all downhill from here. Nice. I will also slap a bush person sticker on the rear window. Because it's funny. Somebody tried to message me in any way, shape, or form. Not really. But the phone on the stand. I also might want to print another stand for my phone. Because it is somewhat nice to have a bit of a phone stand which actually allows a cable to go through. Because most phone stands don't work when you're trying to charge them. Which is bad, in my opinion. At some, like I think it was a couple years ago at this point, I decided to design one 3D printed. It's basically a triangle. So it's strong. Triangles are strong.
Yes.
And now I had this thing for a while, and it's incredibly nice to have. Right, I need to go right, which is 60 downhill. We're basically already doing that, because that one will switch off and we'll go to Forest Central. We don't want to go to Forest Central. We want to go to City West. Specifically to C3 inbound. 70. This is perfect. $90 going down to $70, probably going down to a $60. Yeah, we're doing 60 now. Still accelerating. 70 flat. Got some food stuck between my teeth. Also, funny thing. When you're driving through pouring rain, just take a look at the wipers of each car passing by. Because it just looks like all the cars are waving at each other.
I mean, if it actually rains hard enough, you just don't see shit.
Yeah, I had that when a semi-truck came by.
Yeah, no, I had that just at some point while I was driving, and the rain was just that bad.
Like, the rain was bad, then a semi-truck came on the other, came from the other side, sprayed all in front of the car, and I just legit couldn't see the lights of the car ahead of me. I just couldn't for a short while before my wipers did their movement and gave me my vision back. See, this is when it's set wrong. We want to go left here. Otherwise, there's a machine factory right there. Oh no, it's just a coal plant. There's a machine factory. Coal plant, which is marked as CP. I'm not sure if the Derail Valley developers knew what they were doing or if they just went coal plant. How do we turn that into like 2 or 3 letters? Well, yeah. Like you at least use another P, CPP, but then again people may make jokes about the CPP. Yeah. Also, another good thing about the company that I'm working for now, I've already been invited to an outing and a barbecue. Which is also a good way to socialize, meet people, you know, do the stuff you need to do to meet your colleagues. Yep. Alright, then. And also, there are just some things that I don't understand with people on the road. Like, I feel like there are a bunch of people that take the car, even though they could easily take the bike. Like, they easily grab their bike and bike to work instead of taking the car.
Yeah, like you.
I'm not gonna bike 30 kilometers.
No.
No.
You can manage that. It's like
Maybe once. Because it's gonna be
like
1.5 hours to, 1.5 hours from. If I wanna be there at 8, I have to leave 6:30. I have to leave at 6:30 if I want to be there at 8, and I'm gonna be sweaty, exhausted, tired,
you'll be fine.
sore. My body will despise me. Alright, let's hope there's nothing on C3 inbound. I know the S282 is here, the demonstrator engine. Is C3 about the center lane? Yes, it's a center lane, that's clear, so that's fine. We want to do this. No, I only used a quarter of a tank. Like, see, there's the steam engine right there. Let's gently slow down. Alright, let's turn in. Wait, why don't I feel like I've got time. Yeah, I've got time. Because we're running light now. Alright, and we're just rolling for some maintenance, or just... we go to the end of our line here. I guess with the amount of fuel that I have left, I might as well wait a little bit. I think it's entirely dependent on where the jobs go. We're just gonna do this. Parkour. I think it needs to be behind here. Yep, there's the station office. I can't wait for the passenger stuff to be released. When did it come in like a build 100? I should look at the like future plans. See, it took me half an hour to do this. 34 grand. No. Don't think I have a license for that. City West a steel mill. Is it like a steep uphill? Like if you go right here, isn't this part like an uphill that's pretty steep, and I'm running 600 tons? Which is, according to this manual, its maximum. What is the weather gonna do? Remain dry, so I guess I can just YOLO it. I guess I am gonna YOLO it. Just speed through it. That's all that I'm gonna do. Also, it gives me a solid look through the steel mill, or not. Well, I could go look through it once again. But Oil Central and Farm are two great places to look. And it is a load of scrap metal. Which means I have to go there, and I have to go a slight bit more backwards. Awesome. If you're wondering why I'm not sleeping in this playthrough, it's turned off. This is the painful playthrough where I don't have a dash. And everything's really expensive. Like, I did allow myself the pleasure of remote switching. But that's like the only thing I have. Yeah, I guess I should get my 3D printer ready then if I want to... Well, I have an option here. I could either 3D print another phone holder at, like, here. Or I could wait a little bit and then print it at the company. Because they have a 3D printer, a really good one. But then again, I also want to use my 3D printing stuff because once that's empty, I'm thinking of getting a better printer. And considering I'm making money, like I'm getting paid. So I'm not just bleeding money. See, there was a gentle bump. And let's fill this thing up with everything it needs. Is the reservoir going to be almost empty? Probably. Don't care though. Yeah, now that I work, that does mean that my streams might be a little bit shorter than usual. Like, I won't go for the full 4 hours unless it's on Friday. Because otherwise I have to wake... Because if I have to wake up at 6:30, which I do... Purely because I want to be there at 8, so I can then leave at 4. Or 7:30, pretty much. Alright, let's send this load through. B3 inbound. Coming in from the south, so that's that. So I can pretty much then back it up into the maintenance depot and maintain. Also, I had some slight hiccups with PCB Way. Like I've ordered one thing from them so far, and I had to contact customer support or a sales rep to get it sent because I hadn't received the notification yet that it was actually on its way. So I decided to call them, to send them a message saying, is there an update on the thing, because it seems to be stuck in quality control. And they apologized for the delay, and they said they would look at it first thing Monday. And Monday morning I get an email saying it's sent, meaning that the product was probably already done and fully functional. It was just that they forgot to shove it in a box and ship it off to me, so I can hang up my luggage rack. Like my old train luggage rack. So I can use it as a nightstand, sort of. I can use it to put my phone on, put my keys on. You know, that whole thing. Let me actually check the thing. Like, this one needs to be set to that one. This one is set correctly. This one should be set correctly, so all the switches should be done now. I might be pulling too heavy loads for this one if I'm gonna have to go up an incline. And so I'm kind of scary of this one because it will kill me in this last bit. Ooh, it's dark. Oh well. Like, my mind is just slow today. Is that rain that I'm seeing? Oh, I'm so done. It's rain, that means I have less tractive effort. But it can be combated by sand. It is all flat. Though I know there's a 30 coming up, so I'll accelerate to like 25 and then kill the engine. And sort of coast. As I turn the wipers off. I also, while driving back through the rain, decided to pull a funny. Because if it's raining, you're at a traffic light, you're not really seeing much out of the rear of the car, because your side mirrors are on the outside. You are not looking through them at all because you're like, if two pieces of glass, like one being the mirror, one being your window. Hello, ducky. Hello.
Oh hey, hi ducky. I'm in the wrong chat. Hi.
And the only mirror you can rely on if it's raining is your inside rear view mirror, which is going through your rear window. That does mean that you have to use that wiper. So at some point, I had both my wipers turned on. Because it turns out the rear wipers are really important too. That's why I do not understand why modern hatchbacks don't have them anymore. Because that is, if you're in the car and it's raining, your only reliable clear view of the outside through the back. Of course, your windshield is clear because those wipers are on. I should probably ask. I should make a checklist of things to ask when I pick up the car. Like, when did last have its filters and fluids changed? How old are the windshield wipers? You know, those little things that decide, do I have to go shopping for windshield wipers or not? Because I bought the car, I'm taking responsibility of it, I'm gonna fix it up, make it nice, before I really do a lot with it. and I will keep everyone updated with pictures if I have the possibility to do that. You know, I will definitely send a picture of the car if I have it. Like if I go to leave the lot for, you know, drive to actually take it home. And I do kind of want to modify it, but there isn't really a lot to modify on a Twingo. They don't really make big spoilers for them. So, you know. I'm not sure if, like, at least in Autodoc they don't have it, which is what I use to basically find the parts. As previously stated, the 2 pedal things, like the rubbers, some filters, floor mats, and a fire extinguisher. But I might be able to... it would be funny to put in, like, a very extreme looking aero kit on the car. Like, you have this little, almost shopping trolley of a car, and it just has a massive wing on it. Because it needs that downforce when it's doing 50 kilometers per hour.
Joe,
Yes.
how accurate is Steam when it says that it's gonna be approximately 19 hours for a game to release?
19 hours.
Is that accurate or is that just a prediction?
I don't know, I'm generally not there with the release of new games. Most games I play are from either, like, between 2016 and 2019.
Because if that's accurate, then it releases at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Afternoon.
Yes.
I want to go home then. That's when that happens.
Well, I'm already, you know, my job ends at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so my next question is, how many speed limit rules are you going to break?
All of them. Uh-oh. Weather tomorrow.
Of course, don't do that. Don't drive too fast. Funny thing though.
But Silk Song, the police will understand.
Like, my mom has a friend, another one, that got a fine recently for overtaking on a double line, which is not allowed. Like, that is just very illegal to do. Because there was a tractor like an actual farm tractor driving slowly. She got impatient, went and overtook it, which was illegal, which she knew, but she was getting impatient. And right then, what comes by on the other side of the road? A police car. Which promptly turned around and told her to stop. And gave her a fine. Which to me is kind of hilarious how that can happen.
I ever told you that story about my grandfather?
I think he did.
Yeah.
But I'm not
He
sure.
would drive too fast pretty often.
Yeah.
And apparently one day he had to like go pick up, I think like paint or something.
Yeah.
And so he got, you know, and the police stopped him for speeding, and they fined him. And then on the way back, the police was still there, and he was going too fast again. So they fined him again. And then later that afternoon, he had to go somewhere else in a different, you know, in a different direction. And so he went too fast again. And that same police car had moved over there.
How would those conversations go? Like, seriously, again?
Yeah. Yeah, they realized it too.
Like, hey, we know this car. We'd find it 2 times already. Why? I'm surprised you don't learn your lesson at that point. Like, I think it's a speed camera that I drive past every day. So I know that I have to be careful.
One way to find out.
Yeah, I'm not finding that out. You can do that for sure, but I'm not gonna do that.
But I do it in your car.
Then you're still paying the fine.
No, but you won't know.
I will know because you would have driven in it.
I'll just give them your credit card.
Because you know how it works, right? I know you're driving. After a while, I suddenly get a fine in my in my inbox, and then I'm immediately knowing I haven't driven the car, you have, and there's a fine on it.
No, I'll hack your email. You won't know.
Yeah, it's not in my email. It's actually in the government, on the government's website.
I'll hack your government website.
Do you even know how to?
With that, well, with those weapons, you've seen government websites. It shouldn't be too hard.
Considering they're probably made by boomers who don't even know how. They don't even know how to
all of them work differently, and none of them let you just log in.
Well, you do have to use a separate app that is global.
Yeah, but for some reason, the way to log in is located on a different, in a different spot on every one of these websites. You're always looking for it.
Ah, I haven't suffered from that.
I have. Most notably when we went to buy those sheep.
Why would you have to log into a government website when you're buying sheep?
No, I went with, well, because you need to register that you have sheep, because they, for animals from a certain size, you, need to register that you own that.
Ah, so they know that, hey, I own a sheep.
Yeah, so...
It's dumb
my
and
mother
big.
had to log in on that. But it just wasn't obvious where we had to be. And then after we finally logged in, it still was we had to hunt for where we were supposed to be.
To me, it seems like a skill issue because I have no problem with logging into government websites. Like the login button.
Sometimes no.
It's generally on the top right.
Depends on which one. Yeah, you would think that, but in this instance, it was not.
Huh. I'm trying to find another demonstrator. Why are they not here? There are 6 of them in total, and they are basically trains you can buy and then use as your own trains, which means you won't have to pay a fee for running them. Because technically what I'm currently doing is loaning this train, or this locomotive, to do my jobs, but that means that I have a fee that I have to pay. And if you want to get rid of that, then you have to have a demonstrator. Also, if this one despawns and I have modifications on this train, which you can put indicators and everything on there. If that train then despawns, then you're in trouble. Also, time to burn some fuel. I'm basically going full throttle, yanking my speed up because that's what I need to do. If I want to go up there, I need as much speed as humanly possible. No, it's good. We're going full throttle. Full throttle overheats the oil very quickly, but it does allow for maximum acceleration. See, it's already in the red. We're chugging fuel, but I knew this would happen, and we're potentially earning like almost 30k. It's a plus 1.7. Oh, at least not the plus 3.3. I was thinking of it being that. Oh wait, but all of that is gonna go over it. Oh boy, well there goes my speed. Let's do a throttle notch down. And another one, considering we're easily making it up this hill.
I was like, I'll go beat Dante must die mode real quick before Silksong comes on. And then it greets me with the live action cutscene. And I was like, oh yeah.
Alright, I must slow down. Like, I know there are two demonstrators here. There's one there, being the D6. And then over there is the DM3. How much time did I have? 46 minutes.
Excuse me? Oh no, okay.
I should be able to quickly deliver this and then catch my train again. Then repair the train for a lot of money. Probably all of this. 25 grand. So I got 25 grand from that. How much do you think maintenance will be if I go there? And also, when I started my first day, they wanted me to arrive between 8 and 8:30 because, you know, convenience. So I arrived there at 8:05. Perfectly within time. Missed an exit, that was probably why. But after that, I basically decided, hey, if I wake up at 6:30, I can then just be going in half an hour if I pre-make my lunch and breakfast is easy. So then I have a pre-made lunch, like I'm gonna make my lunch after the stream, shove it in the fridge, take it out of the fridge, when I'm gonna be leaving. And then, you know, have some tea, eat breakfast, grab the car, drive with very little traffic. Well, there is some traffic, but there's not that much yet. The main problem happens on the way back. Like, you're gonna be stuck in traffic either way. Doesn't matter if I leave at 4:30 or at 4. It does not matter. Also, to make sure that I leave on time. Because even though I like the work, I am not, like... My contract is for 40 hours a week. Unless I'm, like, almost done with something, I am not going to take the extra hour. Like, I'm just not that person that will go above and beyond. D3 or D3 and the D6. Like, there are people that just say, "Oh, you have to work overtime. You have to do everything for the company." Like, no, you're paying me to work 40 hours, then I'm gonna be working 40 hours. Although technically, if I work more than my 40 hours a week, which I guess is really dependent on how I feel. Right, here comes the pain. 8 grand. $10 grand. 20. That's almost the entire job worth of train. Worth of money. Yeah, I could work overtime for like an hour because it would give me 130% of what I would get. And if I think if I work more than 3 hours of overtime, then I get 150% of my pay. But that is if I decide to work overtime. Which, unless I need to finish a project, isn't gonna happen. I can't jump into here yet. I want to show off this beautiful piece of machinery. Like, you have your shifting pattern right there. You have your non-self-lapping brakes, so you have to actually, instead of having notches worth of brake, like a little bit more, you have add, set, and dump.
Oh, I should have taken the... Shit, should have taken the rocket launcher.
Right, I have 70 grand. Nice. Derail Valley, the only game where you can earn 100 grand an hour. So, do own...
Yakuza?
No. Derail Valley.
You could get that in Yakuza.
I want to go somewhere different. Like, sure, I could go to City West with, like, these multiple halls of empty cars. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. I could run this one, although unlikely. This is an interesting load. It's decently light. Wait a second. Which one is the lightest out of these? Wait, we have 144. 539. I can do this. Because I don't think I've been at the machine factory yet. Oh wait, I did because I was looking there. But you have the machine factory and the city west, which means we backtrack the way we're going, then arrive here, like make the turn, back up into it, then forward up the hill, chugging all the way to the machine factory, and then I have stuff. Although, do I buy the... Because you have the SO60, which is the very small steam engine, doesn't have a lot of range. You also have the DM3, which was the mechanical one, which I guess I could buy. What does it do? Does it give me... No, it just does that. Alright then, I'm paying the money. Right, I'm now capable of driving... I'm gonna point at the red thing to give me notification. Yeah, I can now climb aboard. So this is what it looks like. Doesn't have oil, doesn't have sand, doesn't have fuel. Like you have full dump, you have... Like this is just emergency brake, this is release, this is just done, and this is fill. Like this is starting to break. This is why it's difficult to drive. Because you have gearboxes. But I'd have to re-rail this one. Which if I were to set to re-rail... That is surprisingly cheap, I guess. I have to tow the city south to restore it, but it is re-railed. Although it is on a loading track, so if you ever do a shunting job here, it's gonna suck. But hey, it's on rails again. And it only cost me like 1,700, so if I grab my money... Oh wait, I could summon the hand car and then hand car around. Because do I have teleports? I do not have teleports. Alright, let's grab this and this. Find both. Start with the thing, which is, I think, right there. I think it is this one. So first connect to this one. Yeah, that is correct. That's 85. And where is the 8-car train? Where is it? You have to take a look at the thing here. 5S, but it's not there, it's not there. It's not loading, so it has to be... All empty cars. And it can't be that, because that's a load I just brought in. Oh, it's right there as well. Meaning I have to pick up all of these, which are a couple different jobs. Like shunting jobs. Yeah, it's 50. Although what I could do is, if I take a look here, like I could, in theory, back that out, connect it to there, then drive on this track, all the way there, connect it back up again. Oh, wait, no. I have to go through here, connect it up to there, because I need to go south. So I'm worrying about nothing once again. So let's get my train hooked up and ready to go. Cars broken. And also, last Saturday, like, I went to to buy a car in the morning. And then I went by train in the afternoon. And well, we kind of went on the hunt for one specific thing. Which for me is quite fitting, actually. It is a FNAF related thing. Because they did a collaboration with Fanta to make, like, just a horror brand collab. And there's a FNAF one. It took some searching, but eventually we found one. One lemon flavored. Still basically looking for a normal one, but apparently that one is incredibly difficult to find. Just need to clean up my room a little bit. I should also at a job ask for the Wi-Fi password. Because, you know, even though I do have the access to my data, I don't really want to waste all of my valuable 4G on just dicking around on my phone. It is also a good thing to keep me from going onto my phone because do you think I can fully focus for 8 hours? I assume you have the same thing as well, that even though you have a break, focusing for like 4 to 5 hours at a time is kind of difficult. I'm not sure if you have the same problems, but
Sometimes.
I mean, it all depends on the flow. Like, if you're in your workflow, then it's fine. You just work and then realize, oh, it's already like 11. But there are just sometimes things where like, eh. And I do have a neat app for that. That kind of, it is one of those apps that just keeps you from going to your phone. Like, they might seem a bit gimmicky because, you know, you can always turn them off and then, you know, they don't have a use. But if you let the timer run out completely, because for this stream I put it on 2 hours, so I know I've been streaming for 2 hours or more, simply by turning that on and then done. But it is also good for work. If you say, oh, alright, I just want to focus for like half an hour. Like fully go at it. Let me turn my fan on. Wait, it had... Oh wait, there it is. Also, the more I think about it, Like, I know a lot of people do it these days, like they have sort of a self-diagnosis with things like autism and ADHD.
That's not how that works.
People are just like, oh yeah, I sometimes have trouble focusing, so I must have ADHD.
No. That's not how that goes.
No. Like, you can actually get an official diagnosis for it. Although at some point, checking it out would probably be an option for me. Because apparently I have just the ability to just say, alright, I'm basically gonna do nothing for like 15 minutes to an hour, and then in half an hour to an hour, I just do all the work, instead of spreading it out and working at a normal pace. As well with the getting distracted quickly thing. Like, if I'm doing my job, you do not want to talk to me, because I will go on a useless rant, and if you don't cut me off, we're gonna be stuck for an hour.
We useless rants?
It's almost like we have an entire thing for that. Like a podcast called the Bushblade Ramblings. It's almost like we have something for that. You can use exclamation mark podcast on in my chat. I did add the command like a while ago. Oh, my engine's still running. So we first want to connect to that one, then we want to connect to that one, and then we want to drive out of there. Like, the switches should all be set correctly. Also, I did find a major difference between the Twingo and the Ford. Like, the Twingo has excellent vision all around. Like, it is really good for visibility. Like, you just look over your shoulder to kind of... You look for your shoulder as sort of an indication of, like, is there someone in my blind spot? Which you kind of have to do if you're driving, so you don't just knock somebody off their bike, or just overall hit somebody with your car. It's mainly a preventative thing. You know, you're being taught when you're learning how to drive to basically look at like your center mirror, your inside mirror, your in front of you, side mirror, outside, like over the shoulder. Then you start at the center and slowly turn your head in the necessary direction, or in the direction you want to go. You look once, indicator, look second time, because you know some people are stupid, and then you turn. Like, that's how they teach you. How in reality you do it: check your mirror beforehand, available, send it. I also had somebody that didn't check for cyclists beforehand. Like, you can drive a lot smoother and a lot quicker with the simple trick of looking ahead. If you know you're gonna cross a bike path in like a couple hundred meters, how about you already look if there's a cyclist there? If there isn't, then you know you don't have to slow down, you can just blitz right through. If there is, you already know that you have to stop, and you can let go of the throttle and sort of coast a little bit, which is better on your brakes. Is it still open or something? No. Then why is it... What happened? Why are the brakes on all of a sudden? What did I break? Please tell me that fixed the issue. Did that fix it? Wait, it doesn't... Why did that lever flick over? Oh no, wait, I have to I have to start it. Wait, there's a handbrake on, probably. There we go. Yeah, it turns out if it doesn't do anything, that means that this lever is set the wrong way. But driving is still quite a lot of fun. Like, on my route to work, there are actually some corners. Like, pretty substantial corners that you take at full speed. Like, full on 80 kilometers per hour. Into the corner you go. And Jim, I might not be at your place this weekend. Because, you know, I'm picking the car up on Saturday. But it's my mom's birthday on Sunday. So... I'm probably not gonna be at your place this weekend, but definitely the one after that. We'll probably... Like, you know what we could do? We could... I'm not sure on his time, though. Also, I sadly don't really have a task I want to do with the car yet. Like, it's not like, oh, I want to do this with it. Or I want to go there. I don't really have that yet. I kind of want to, though. Kind of want to have, like, a destination I really want to go to. By car. That will take a while to recharge. Nope, it won't take a while to recharge. I should have stayed in the cab and just eyeballed it.
He wasn't leaving.
What?
No, I thought the boss was like leaving the arena for a moment, but yeah, he didn't. And then he
Right.
punched me in the face.
The small mess up fixed now with a bunch of brake being applied so I can just start slowly moving backwards. If I take this handbrake off, I don't start moving yet. That's a positive. Now if I take this brake off, I shouldn't start rolling either. And I'm not rolling. That is how you back up. Oh. Like that is how you do it. Just very gently.
Okay.
Not sure if my switches are set correctly though.
Final boss. I'm gonna get my shit kicked. I'm gonna die.
Yay. Also, it was kind of puzzling today. Because at the design, well, me and the person guiding me through, like the start, it's like, yeah, we now have to decide where things go. Like, you have all these sensors, but to which group do they belong to? So the people installing have knowledge about what goes where. Very valuable. Like, the people installing need to know where your shit goes and what valve to connect to which sensor. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up with a lot of trouble. Oh wait, I'm going way too fast. Going way too fast for this. You wanna do below 5 at a minimum. If you can do less than that, that is amazing. Because that'll be a gentle bump instead of a big bump. Bonk. Right, now I can turn in the jobs and then leave again. Like, connect these two up. Which I've done now. Undo this handbrake. Then start these jobs. Also, I was kind of thinking that I would, like with the job, they basically advertised to me a little bit more like the project stuff, which is coding, but they sort of want me into more of a preparation role. C4S. Like, you know, where you're making the schematics that people use. Which I don't really care as long as I have work to do that pays. Like, the work I do is, as long as it's decently fun, which can be also be seen as boring, then I'm perfectly fine. Like, just give me this big schematic and I'll do the work. Or a big blueprint, basically. Because that's what I get, like a big blueprint of a floor of an office building. And first you decide the zones. Then you decide the... There's a bunch of other stuff. And once you've done all that, you put it in one drawing, or one blueprint instead of like a couple different ones. Then you immediately just color it, so you have zones, and then it's done. Then you basically have to name it all in a massive Excel sheet. Right, we must move forward. A couple of honks, and we're going. With 2 jobs worth of cars behind me, and one that gives me 16 plus 8 is gonna be 24 grand, and one that's gonna give me... Wait, I can easily just calculate how much I'm gonna earn. It's gonna be 9,000. Oh, I didn't determine calculator. 9,441 times 150. Oh no, that's 1.5. Is 14. Then we're gonna add. We're gonna get the total money for this job real quick. Plus 16,295 times 1.5. I'm gonna get a total from these 2 jobs, 38 grand and 604. Like 38,604 from these 2 jobs. And I get to drive forward, which is beneficial. Inline 8, that's surprising. Doing 50. Well, slightly accelerating.
Oh. Well, that feels unfair.
It's a game.
I just revived.
Yeah.
But that also did damage to the boss.
So your
Why?
revive did damage.
Yeah, why?
That is incredibly fair.
The other revives don't do that.
Yeah, but that's incredibly fair, because that means that you have an easier job killing the boss.
Well,
Is that the same trainers that it is the same?
okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm dead again.
Skill issue. Chickens. Also,
my
they
God.
should make new trains with windows that can open. Because it's just too much fun to go on a train where you can pop your head out of a window. As opposed to the sad... Well, although it is more efficient because air conditioning exists. And you're kind of making it really annoying if your air conditioning has to work against open windows. Unless it's designed for it. But more often than not, those systems are designed separately, and the windows mess up all the airflow. I also learned today that here, like at the company that I work at, they have a livable space that is comfortable set up. Like, if you're in a house, you stay a meter away from the front, or from, like, yeah, pretty much like an exterior wall, with big windows and everything, and 20 centimeters away from any side walls. Because if you're within those two parameters, you're gonna feel wind and stuff and all of that. Because windows leak a lot of just air and heat. It's also why they keep the buildings at a slight bit of extra pressure. Like they slightly overpressure, they put in more air than can escape, so they sort of pressurize the building. Mainly so cold doesn't get in. Because if you have a little gap, cold is going to come in there. But if you have a higher pressure, then the air is going to go out, giving cold no chance to enter. So it's more efficient as well. Just funny how that goes. Like you have less cold in. Yeah, I do at some point actually want to go to a job site, although with my role being more in the preparation work than within the actual programming, that is unlikely that that's going to happen. Because they've said that the people that do the program actually they have to install that as well, or make sure it works. And yeah, if you do the prep work, you don't really have that at all. Congratulations, you made the plans. You might visit a big project once to sort of look at it, especially if there are questions. But if there are no questions, it's just a sort of a why am I here scenario. If you're on location, you have to start at 7. So that's a thing. Like you start at 7 just to you know, work for like a long day and then leave again. But if you travel longer than like 1.5 hours, you get to either be later or you get a hotel. Because you're not traveling, or they're just saying, right, I'll leave at like 5. I'll see when I get there. This makes a lot of sense to me, because that's just how it should work. Alright, now we have that bit coming up. We're doing 30. Like, because we need to shove this into C4 shunt or storage or S. Do we have to put in C4S? Yes, we do. This is the C. Rain, of course, rain. Like, at first it's 50, and then it surprises you with a 30. Ah, the back of my train is around there. We'll even have a visual. Well, considering we're slowly rolling to an uphill section, I feel like I can walk towards the back. And then stop it from there, then walk all the way up the length of the train again. Yeah, it's gonna be paused. This is the switch, isn't it? Alright, let's walk up the length of the train again. This seems to be going uphill. Alright, let's then release the brake. Yeah, that doesn't work. Right, now we're gonna do the sneaky, which is... This switch is set correctly. This switch is done, this switch is done. See, this one goes there. This one goes this way. So we are pointing this way, this one pointing that way, this one needs to point that way. There we go. Wait, actually... Yep. I might want to speed up my wipers a little bit. Like, fully have them turn on. This is some crazy weather. Wait, if the brakes are fully off, can I not just do this, 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 this? Then I check if the thing is empty. Not by the looks of it. Seems there are still some cars there. Well, let me quickly dump the air out of this one. Oh, it's rolling back again. Oh well. Hopefully it fits, otherwise I'm gonna have to grab the train that is rolling backwards to catch up to it. And actually push it in, if this shunting method doesn't work fully. Also, it seems to have sped up. So we're using the handbrake for this one. Yeah, I might have to start pushing. Because, you know, that's the end of my train. That's where it's going. That little space is left. I might want to undo the handbrakes then. If I want to give it a small chance at even making it. So my assumption is it's multiple jobs. You have one here. And that actually seems to be one job. Yeah. Did it come to a standstill? No, it's still rolling, just slowly but surely. At a steady pace with its massive weight. Definitely not fitting into this one. Just want to see. Yeah. If this is still here, then I'm gonna need to do some pushing. Alright. Yeah, my train is still running, so it was wasting fuel. Damn it. Hmm. Let me gently move back towards that area. Shove it in. You know, go over there. Pay what I need. Or get paid. Leave again. Get paid again. Aren't there like 2 lower cars in front of that? Yeah. Seems like a bit of an oversight to put the highest part in the middle instead of at the end. Because at the end you can see it clearly, but if you put it, you don't want to put it at the start either. But it's the fact that I know that there are cars there. Like, I know those 2 exist. Because it's a 6-car job. Or 7-car job. Sometimes my 7 doesn't function fully. Should probably do a very deep clean of my keyboard at some point. Like, just take all the keys off, take all the switches off, basically take it apart and reassemble it. Because it's probably going to improve the quality of the keyboard if all the switches are functional. Like, fully functional. Yeah, you can't see anything from there, you have to see it from here. We're gonna be coming in spicy. Now we're gonna be coming in slightly less spicy. Ready for the movement or for the shock to go through my train. Yeah, man. Hit. There we go, I see movement now. Alright, let's see. The wheels are still rolling, and it seems that... Yeah, that is in. That's clear The loading gauge, I can apply the handbrake. The other load will roll. Continue rolling on, but I don't care. We're gonna slowly inch this bit forward. Well, I turn the job in so we don't waste that as much time. Because at 15, I have 15 minutes to do this one. Like, sometimes get double input and sometimes no input at all.
Alright. Well, I beat Dante Must Die.
Nice.
Now I need to do it as Virgil, I guess.
You just have to beat the game with every character.
Well, the normal story you already play as all of them, right? But Virgil is like, you know, his own game mode because he's not normally playable.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to me though that like Virgil is available for every level because you know he has his own mode, but you can't play the other characters in every level. Like that's weird to me because it's like for the story, yeah, it makes sense that you switch between them, but after you beat the game, right? Why would you not be able to play every level with every character?
I don't know.
That's probably my only critique of this game, to be honest.
Also, will you then, if you... Oh, I know, Silk Song's coming out.
What?
I was about to say Super Paper Mario.
Nah, stuck with something, mate.
Yes. Though you will play it at some point. I will make you. Because it is a really good game. And it's one of the few Mario games where you can make pixels say a curse word. Like one of them asks for your name. And you can put in your name. And it can be whatever you want. There's no spell check. There's no check for or anything. You can make it say shit or fuck without any consequences. Although it doesn't have any input in to the story at all. It's still funny. I mean, the entire game is just good as well. It has multiple parts you can beat 100. If you beat 100 things, then you get a prize. And items. Items are also fun. Like, you can have revives. In a Mario game. There's some low quality mint stuff, like holy shit. You know how the branded ones are kind of like hard? These ones just crumble into your mouth. Like they just soak up the moist. Like paracetamol just dissolve. Maybe 12 going down. Nice to be able to see the back of your train. Like with this, I might actually have to deploy the caboose. Or have those train distance things. Oh great, we're slowing down because we're on an uphill. We're currently around this area, probably. Considering we're doing a slow left, I'm gonna assume we're in this one. Then we're gonna have to switch. We're gonna follow the switch to the left. As you switch. Follow to the left, then go basically right twice, and then continue on. Like, when will the coolant kick in? There.
What the fuck?
I can't reach the switch yet. There we go. Somehow we have slowed down. Significantly. Why are we slowing down? This load is not that heavy, it's just like 411 tons. So
You know-
coming south.
You've probably seen this before where like a YouTube channel gets hacked and they start promoting crypto
Yeah.
until the account is like until the original owner gets the account back.
Yes.
One person who had that happen to them, they got got hacked. The thing happened, and they got their account back. The first thing they do, tweet that they're gonna go live with an image that is the exact same as the thumbnail of that video of like the hacked people, like the live stream that they put up, but with their own face on it. And the stream is just a satire of that, where it's like, yep, I'm launching this crypto and it's gonna be super fun.
He's taking a piss out of the hackers. That's funny.
Yeah.
I can remember being at school and suddenly noticing that exact thing happening to Linus Tech Tips. Just it suddenly like it was a Tesla thing, of course, because at that point Tesla was still big. Before Elon made it publicly how much of an idiot he is. Naming a kid a Wi-Fi password, or well, with Tesla you have the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y. Thanks to Ford, with...
Then people made actual crypto entertainment.
I can barely hear you.
Then people made actual crypto in her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out.
But Elon Musk actually wanted to spell sexy with the lineup, but he couldn't get the E because it already had been trademarked by Ford with their Mustang Mach-E, which...
Dude, my question always is, with car models, with computer models, with the fucking Wi-Fi router that I bought.
Yeah.
How, and phones and shit, how did they come up with those names?
I don't know. They must have a creative board somewhere.
The Samsung Galaxy A545 or some shit.
I mean, with cars, like back in the day, these days it's all bullshit. But back in the day, they actually used like horsepower numbers or engine sizes or random feature of the car.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
they used
but-
those things to market the
Now
like as a
it's just
name.
random letters and numbers.
Yes. Well, even with car brands that started out with a sensible naming scheme for their
Yeah.
cars, have just over like the last years just completely thrown it at the window.
Yeah, but my question is, how did they come up with it? Like, do those letters that they put in front of that actually mean something? I guess it's like an abbreviation, or is it just like slap an S in there? You know?
Well, as in with like phones.
Like, what is hold up? I don't want to promote the router.
Just don't name
I'm
the
not gonna
brand.
name
Just
the
name
router.
name the number.
Oh,
Numbers only. Don't name the brand before it.
I think you would still find it because it's like the name of the router.
Oh well.
But it's the same thing. I'll make up new numbers, but in the same format. It's a 5G. That's not, that's the actual thing, because it's a 5G router, right?
Yeah.
5G. Let's just call it a VR DE 5000. Call it that. It's not that, but it's like that's the same kind of spirit, you know.
Like you have to do at least 3,000 in order to make it sound fancy.
Yeah, like what? But does that just mean that it's that many model? Like, is that what that is? Surely not.
I mean, what they probably do is they have a 5,000 model and probably are planning a like 5,100 model.
Yeah, no, the next generation would be. It's not 5,000, by the way. It's a different number. But the next generation would absolutely be the 6,000, right? Like.
Yeah, but like take Nvidia for example. You first had the 3000 series with like 3050, 60, 70. Do you have a? Yeah, you basically have like 56, 70, 80, and 90. Then the next generation was 40. Now it's 50. And over time, the more cards will come, more series, so that they're going to add that, but then they have basically chopped it up in two little bits. You have the 40, which is the generation, and then the 50 to 90, which is the actual spec.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of chopped into bits.
Funny enough, like now that I think about it, the only like tech thing I could name that doesn't fall into this is game consoles.
PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. The Nintendo Switch can switch between TV and handheld.
I'm not gonna start with like Xbox because that went all over the
Actually,
place.
I say that. I just thought of one. What the fuck is a Wii?
Ah,
And
Wii.
a Wii U.
Well, I kind of get the Wii U.
Look,
Like
look
it can be a
there, look.
Wii just for you because it has a handheld with a screen, so it is just for you. Like
But yeah, but it's
you
not a
can see it.
handheld console. You still need to have the console there. You
Yeah, I
can't
never.
actually, like, you can't take that handheld controller thing with you. Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I never understood the Wii U.
I don't think, like, most people did. It's, like, the least selling console ever, I think. Actually, that's not true. That was the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, but like the Wii
I'm
U, I think.
assuming, I'm assuming 360 in Xbox 360 meant was for, like, 3D games.
I mean, yeah, you did have the Connect thing, which allows you to do sort of like motion, because that's a thing as well. It's sort of trends. Like
Yeah.
in the early 2000s, it was all about motion. Like you had the Wii with its motion stuff. You had the Xbox
Yeah.
Connect, which is basically just a camera which you can point at you, so you have to do the movements yourself.
Oh, yeah,
was-
yeah, I'm sure that worked perfectly.
It was sometimes a little bit janky, but if it worked, it worked. So, but it was basically the age of motion gaming, like you actually moving while doing stuff. Like that was that era. Only later on that things become stationary, and then eventually now we're at the point of handhelds again. Because that's where it sort of started with the Game Boy, the DS. It started out with those and then went to motion, and now it's back to handheld again. Like you go from small to big to small. I guess that's how the trend is currently going. 'Cause, you have every single company coming out with a handheld. You have the Switch that had no like rivals at all. You had just a Switch. That's why it sold so well. There was nothing like it. Guess it's same can be said for the Wii, but yeah, like it is innovation. There's nothing like it, so of course it's gonna sell like everywhere because it's new and it's exciting. But then you have like PlayStation as a handheld. You have Steam Deck.
Yeah, the PS Portable. All I know about the PS Portable is that Persona 3 was on it, and that the weirdest Armored Core game was on it. Like, it was an Armored Core game that was... First up, Armored Core has always been kind of... Well, the original games were a little bit goofy, but they were still war stories. And then especially since the 4th generation, it's been kind of dark and bleak, like, because it's war, and they took it a lot more seriously. It's still, it's still mechs. Obviously, it's still not super serious, but, it a lot more serious. And then you just had that game on the PS Portable where they seem to, like, celebrate fighting, and, like, it was really weird. And on top of that, it had a thing built in where you could, like, make your own AI for your mech, and then the idea was, like, that, you could watch your mech, like, play on its own. But like it just sucked ass. It would just stand against the wall, firing all of its missiles into the wall.
Isn't it just like is it like write your own AI to like?
Well, it had like it wasn't like write your own AI. Like it had like little like sliders you could tweak.
Like make it more aggressive, less aggressive.
Yeah, that kind of deal. Yeah. But
which means that
it didn't really work.
Yeah. Surprising, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very fun. Like in VOD Video's video where he plays all of the games for the first time, when he got to that one, he was like, if this is what a time of peace is like in Armored Core, where they start celebrating combat and murder, I'll take the dystopian war-torn future, please.
Yeah. Well, Jim, if you consider designing mechs.
In real life?
Yeah.
Oh, we've talked about it before.
Considering we're heading for a dystopian future anyway.
Well, the truth about mechs is that they will never reach what you see in movies, video games, anime. Like, it just won't.
First of all, you need a power
Max,
source.
They will reach speeds of like maybe 60 kilometers an hour, and that's being generous.
Yeah, because of their massive size, and you need to power everything, which basically means you need a nuclear reactor.
If it's actually like on legs, it needs to balance. Which for something that we have robots that can balance themselves, but something that big, that would be way harder to do because it's gonna move slower.
And considering the size, because I think there are nuclear reactors the size of like shipping containers.
Well, yeah, that's you need a giant ass mech to fit that.
Yeah, so it needs to be big. Otherwise, you have to fit an engine or something like a battery in it, which means you have limited time to use it because if the battery runs out, you're kind of stuck.
Yes.
Unless you have a failsafe where you can eject.
I don't know. A part of me hopes we'll just invent something that will make guns, well, not obsolete, they would still be there, but just not as good anymore.
Do guns need a nerf?
No, melee needs a buff.
Ah. Well, the thing is, right?
Like, just invent the Dune armor.
The thing is, right? A bullet is basically just ranged melee.
That's not... That's not what melee is.
I could punch a hole into you from a distance.
Yeah, you know, a sword is close quarters ranged combat, yeah?
Yes. It is melee ranged combat.
Exactly.
Like, what more would you want? Short ranged or long ranged melee?
Yeah. I guess you could consider Armored Core a long range melee because with how big and fast they are, like a shotgun can shoot like 100 meters, you know?
That is still decently that's still somewhat realistic, I feel like.
No, it's a shotgun. I mean, reaching, sure. Effective damage? Eh.
I think it all depends on the thing you're using.
Yeah.
Like what kind of shot you're using. If you're using something that's made to penetrate, then it might be more effective than just a thing built for spread. I will not start talking about Dragon's Breath rounds. Or maybe I will,
no,
because
I'll just wait for the future when we like get cyborg ninjas that are faster than bullets.
Jim, do you know what Dragon's Breath rounds are?
No.
What is a Dragon's Breath?
Well, yeah.
Fire.
Oh, is it like some kind of napalm gun?
No, it's a type of shotgun shell that just.
Oh, did they explode?
It's more of a fire thing than an actual bullet thing.
Hmm.
So you're more burning than.
Oh,
well, you're
no.
still damaging quite a lot because it's still a gun. We here at the Bush Person channel do not condone gun violence at all.
Unless when we do in Minecraft.
Minecraft doesn't have guns.
Or you can mod them in.
Fair enough, but
A crossbow is technically a firearm.
Eh.
Actually, no, it's not a firearm. It is a ranged weapon. It's kind of close to a gun, to be honest.
Yeah, but the reload rate is terrible. You might as well grab a musket at that point.
Yes. I love how they introduced the crossbow as like an alternative to the bow, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be stronger, and like no one uses it because of how slow it is. It's so pointless.
Well,
And a bow is still stronger because it has the better enchantments.
yeah, and don't forget. Am I too far back? I feel like I'm too far back.
Why can't we put bow enchantments on a crossbow and crossbow enchantments on a bow? You know how cool it would be to have a bow with triple shot?
Well, you'd sort of have to be very heavy-handed with the limits on enchantments at that point. Because you cannot just go around and say, oh, well, every enchantment can go in everything.
Yeah, but when you think about it, why would a crossbow not be able to accept flame?
No idea.
Or punch. Like, I think that would make complete sense if it could.
Right, 16k.
Also, YouTube just recommended me a video.
That's what YouTube does.
The Critical Drinker. 3 hours ago. The 7th, the ultimate Karen power fantasy.
Alright, let me actually grab the handcar and...
But I should go to bed.
Yeah, I should probably wrap it up as well, but I want to first take a look at the... I'm heading south. First take a look at the coal plant. So I'm just leaving this place per handcar. Like, I have no idea how fast I'm going. But I don't care if it derails, because this one is free to re-rail, considering it's just... I mean, there isn't really a lot to do this. Apart from just a lot of scrolling. So far we haven't derailed yet. But we surely are getting close. We should derail here. Yep. Aww. Like, you know, I can just say work train, handcar. And just respawn it somewhere here. But it isn't necessary because I just want to take a quick peek here. See if there are any demonstrators on this massive plant for coal. Although I should probably then grab this book. Because it looks like a maze. So... and there's nothing there. Right, nothing there. Hmm. Nothing here, no.
Okay, so I know I just said I was gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
But now I found a video about drama with a YouTuber who had a harem of fans.
With what kind of fans?
Her own fans.
Oh.
Which... what the fuck?
Like, how do you get beef with your own fandom?
No, a harem.
A harem, as in HAREM.
You don't know what? Yeah.
Ah.
No. Yes.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
How the fuck?
Let me just say to that. Hmm.
Right.
Like, what is this track even? Why does it go into a shed? I feel like this is gonna house something at some point. I was kind of hoping this would house a demonstrator, but it doesn't, and there's a D6 that I can't drive. Hmm. I can go through there, hopefully. No, it goes into the building. Awesome.
Oh my god.
What? That sounded alarming.
She has rules for this.
Ah.
Wait, hold on. No minors, love me. Don't get jealous. But I can get jealous. Don't make me jealous. I have no idea what that one even means.
What, the one don't make me jealous, or?
No, the one after that one. It's kind of weird. I am Mina no Adoru. I have no idea. Be
Me.
respectful and tactful with me. I choose. What the fuck?
People.
You must be familiar with not me. As in, do they need to have sex? Is that what that means? It's top secret. Well, it's not anymore.
Well, there is no demonstrator here.
So essentially, I'm guessing this kind of sounds like she just sold her body, but like of her own volition.
I'm gonna def myself real quick and press a button because I'm gonna be ending it here. Oh, come on. The camera as well. Hold on. Let me fix this. I was in a bit of a hurry starting this up. There we go. Hello again. Yeah, I am going to be ending it here because of time and, you know, everything. I'm going to have to get up early tomorrow. So yeah, if you like what you saw and want to see more of it, make sure to let me know through every possible channel. Let it be Twitch, YouTube, on the Discord. Just every bit of feedback is welcome. And if you have any ideas, make sure to let me know as well. There is a specific channel on my Discord server that is for content, ideas. So we'll see what happens. And next stream will be, as you can see, Friday. It is like right above here, Stormworks. That will be some fun as well, getting the submarine more functional, getting some stuff in. And yeah, I wish everybody a very pleasant evening, night, morning, or afternoon. And for me, goodbye.